I have never understood why people want to do stage versions of classic movies. I would exempt ones like Anastasia, and most of the Disney versions, obviously done, and often fairly successfully, to take advantage of an audience eager to see what's been done with one of its favorites, and thereby to make money. And these movies do not have, at least not yet, the quality of a beloved classic. Who could hope that anyone, even adding the thrill of being live, could match Gene Kelly and Donald O'Connor and Debbie Reynolds in Singin' in the Rain, or Judy Garland and the rest of the original inhabitants of Oz? Yet actors keep being willing to subject themselves to those impossible comparisons, and audiences keep buying tickets. So in this holiday season just past, we have had, in addition to the multiple TV appearances of the original It's a Wonderful Life, a stage version adapted by James W. Rogers and performed by the Next Generation Theater Company. Since the company moved from St. Charles County, which is outside our coverage area, to the Civic Center Theater in Florissant, we've tried to see most of their work. We've liked most two musicals they've done, West Side Story and Newsies, both with characters close to the ages of the cast members who were mostly of the eponymous Next Generation, young people who hope to be early and long careers in the theater. That advantage didn't work as well in It's a Wonderful Life. In fact, the best performance came from an actor not of the Next Generation, Aaron Mermelstein, with considerable experience in television and on the stage. His Clarence Oddbody, the angel second class, trying to earn his wings by saving a suicidal George Bailey, I liked even better than Henry Travers' interpretation in the film. He seemed a little more competent, more likely to succeed in his mission. Also not Next Generation was Jack Connors as Mr. Potter, oily and mean. David Bornholt brought his histrionic experience to bumbling Uncle Billy, and Betsy Gosowski hers to Mother Bailey. Tyler Woods brought Next Generation liveliness to George Bailey's younger brother. In the rest of the cast, no one embarrassed themselves, but they were all more noticeably falling short of the familiar screen images. Sean Doherty was a mild George Bailey, and Caitlin Sowers played his younger self. Caitlin Chartreux was attractive as Mary Hatch Bailey, Avery Harviton as little Zuzu Bailey, and Bridget Caldwell as Janie Bailey. Carolyn Anthony played Violet Bick, Peter Barron was Sam Wainwright, Scott Caldwell was Dominic Martini, Jen Claravella was Miss Andrews, Joe Giannani as the druggist, Mr. Gower, whose deadly error George saved. Peyton Gillum played Mr. Potter's secretary, Jill Houghton was Aunt Tilly, Samantha Kester as Miss Carter, Richard Neiman as Ernie, and Joshua Teoli as Mr. Porter's goon and the schoolteacher's husband. Like the movie, the play begins on the bridge, an impressive suspended design by Brian Ebbinghaus, whose other attractive sets and Seth Howard's properties were maneuvered into place with efficiency and relative speed by the crew of stage manager Julie A. Merkel. Morgan Brennan designed the lights, Joel Hackbart the costumes, and John Zekley the sound. Until the climax, the stage version presented flashbacks of George's life. It skimped on some of the crucial scenes from the movie, simply letting Angel Clarence describe several of them. Director David Houghton kept the performance moving and clear. A large crowd attended the night we were there, so some folks must not have gotten enough It's a Wonderful Life on TV.
I guess not. For me, the issue was the omission of things that I liked so much from the movie because they'd be difficult to do on stage.
They would, yeah. So, popular show.